Man, I used to love this stuff. Still do. Prime time bucks.
I want to hunt with that guy. He got dressed up for that. Right time twice.
What year is that magazine?
2000.
Me and my old buddy Chris Roberts headed to Manitoba, Canada on an epic road trip in pursuit of some big backstraps and antlers. Weather's tough on the Spirit. Friends since elementary school, we've got a lot of history and we're hoping to make some more. Those deadheads.
Yeah, them are just, there's one swinging that's good, a couple of them.
Did you shoot one like that, Chris?
Do you even have to ask?
There's a pretty good one right there hanging up. It's decent. Yeah, it's just a nice, it's not, it's a young animal. It don't have the length and the tine yet.
Golly.
Yeah, these are big horns.
Do you remember where these exactly came off?
Well, they're off
place?
this land where I live here right now. Here's the biggest burr. You can try that. See how big that burr is? In this country, or like myself, I like a lot of bone in the horn. This is mass, and it's an older whitetail. It's got old. It's falling off. Just got old like the rest of us.
At its core architecture, I believe the hunt has remained similar since our ancient fathers knapped flint to kill mastodons. Gathered around prehistoric flames, these hunters didn't just talk about the necessity of caloric intake, but they recounted the feelings in their spirit when they gazed upon great beasts. And in archaic terms, they described the majestic animals to others not on the hunt. And they made art to memorialize the sacredness of the pursuit. Such as this, and such was that. We'd be hunting with our friends Tom and Deb Ainsworth, a classic rural Canadian, hard-working, old-fashioned outfitting and ranching family. Getting to hang around with them was honestly the highlight of the trip.
What is this?
Capital. Ukrainian.
Oh, wow.
Ukrainian boy.
Ukrainian.
Oh, pretty good.
It's our first afternoon in Manitoba. I've had really good luck up here the last few years. Incredible place. Big-bodied deer, heavy-racked deer. It's just fun to come here. Being from the Ozarks, this is just so radically different than anything that we ever do.
On the second evening of the hunt while bow hunting, a dandy buck came within 50 yards, but I wasn't able to pull off a shot. For 3 days I've bow hunted, but on the fourth morning I decided to muzzleload hunt. I'm always torn with what weapon to carry in this big country. Should the limiting factor be the weapon, or should the hunt simply be a celebration of being in new country with big deer and use the most efficient weapon? My decision was made.
It's about 8 o'clock and I'm using the muzzleloader this morning. I saw 2 bucks already. I probably should have shot the first one, but I just couldn't get on it quick enough. I'm sitting in a box stand, it's about 4 degrees. But I saw a buck coming into this block of timber I'm hunting and a buck coming out. So the bucks seem to be on the move.
Looking directly to my right, I could see 400 yards on a narrow cut between 2 blocks of timber. These bucks showed up about an hour after daylight and came right by the blind. It would now make 5 bucks that I'd seen come out of this block of timber. This was the exact spot where I had taken a big buck in 2017 with my bow. It was basically a ladder stand directly behind this box stand. Same place twice? I don't know. Directly in front of me was a harvested wheat field, and I could probably see a half a mile. The field was full of tannish stubble, but low to the ground was small, green, germinating wheat that the deer were feeding on.
It's about 10 o'clock. I've seen 5 bucks and several does. I've got a doe and 2 yearlings out in front of me. Yeah, I believe it was 4 degrees. I keep saying it over and over because I think that's cold. I feel good about this day. I think there's something going on back in this timber with as many bucks as I've seen. We'll see. I might just sit here all day.
At 11 o'clock on the dot, without any warning from the doe in the field, a big buck appeared on the wood line. This sight is what all whitetail hunters dream about. You come to Canada for this, but don't really expect this. If I lived in a cave, I'm certain I'd be drawing a picture of this scene on the wall.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Here comes an involuntary fist pump.
cow.
Wait for it.
Oh, golly, that's a big buck.
I'm certain that cavemen did
I
that.
think I'm gonna wait for Tom and Chris to go look at this buck. He's laid out the field. Wow. Golly, this Canada hunting is crazy. I've been trying to kill one with a bow. Nearly froze to death. Just couldn't take it, to be honest with you. So I picked up the muzzle loader, went back to the old honey hole. This is where I killed the 152-inch buck a couple years ago. So I'm gonna wait for Tom and them. You
Well,
see
what
him?
are you doing out here?
Just wandering around. You see that rack sticking up above that wheat stubble?
I'm glad that I didn't shoot. I mean, it was. This is why you come to Canada, but I really didn't expect it to happen. I should have, but I didn't. That is a giant buck. Wow. What a beast.
Foot slipping. Foot almost slipped out from under.
There's a piece of meat. And when we got a wrapper, you wrap that. Good enough, guys?
That would
What
be
you'll do is
me.
the next time you'll come down about there.
In the end, it's the human relationships that give value to our hunting through a story well received by friends or the sharing of meat from a kill. It's in our nature and has been for a long time to document our hunts and share them and hope that they live beyond us. Long live this ancient, honorable, science-based, sustainable, and valuable treasure that we call hunting.
Fall, that'd be really funny for the camera. What are you trying to get off there?
Exploded Diet Mountain Dew.